Hey! Great morning, ATL. Great morning, ATL, and the whole wide world. It's your girl, Steph Tiller. Welcome back to the Morning Coffee Swig, hosted by Jason Carey and Steph Tiller. Listen, y'all, I'm back. I had to get back into the swing of things real quick, like, before I lose my mind. Oh my God, it feels so good to be back. Just the music and everything, it feels good. I feel good. The music just brought me back. Hey, did y'all miss me? Hey.
Yeah!
Oh, our Lord, I heard you coming in, Mr. No Mute.
Yeah!
Mr. Yeah.
I'm gonna get him. Great morning, everybody. Let the sun shine, let the light shine on me. This little light of mine. Hey, Steph.
Hey.
What is happening? It's
I miss y'all.
Man. Hey, it's good to have you back. I think
y'all have no idea I miss y'all.
Hey, man. I think the whole wide world miss you. They get tired of my face. They be like, hey, man. They say, hey, man, we got this arrested man. I need, break it up for the lady on the screen.
We need some laces, some feathers.
I
never polish.
Need some lady on the screen.
Some lip gloss or something.
For real. It's been me and Johnny rocking out, man, but we've been here, so good.
Listen, you have been doing your thing. Sometimes I can, peek in. My mind wasn't there, but I will peek in and see you, and I'm like, oh, look at J-Boy. Like, you so grown. Like, aside from being professional and the politically correct thing to say, I'm like, you're so grown. Just handle business. Like, taking care of people.
Hey,
man. I couldn't have asked for a better co-host to handle this situation and show me how to handle it for somebody else.
Yeah,
I appreciate
no
it.
doubt.
No
doubt. We had to make sure we showed the love. It had the love flowing out, digitally, online and offline. So hopefully, you felt supported out there, man. So
I did.
Okay. Well, hey, man. Listen, man. Steph, you be having all the news and knowing where everything at.
Yeah.
I be talking to these folks and checking out some of this stuff. I be like, man, Steph be on top of all this.
It don't seem like it do it till it's time for you to do it.
I don't be paying attention to this stuff. Steph. That was good. No. So you had them Rona numbers on top. I ain't give them no update on no Rona numbers.
What?
None. I was rebellious against the Rona. I was rebellious against the Rona. Shoot.
But why? It's
Except I told
know.
Well, I did tell them that when some of the ball players got the Ronas, like Rolando, the soccer player got Rona.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
the Alabama A&M team.
Alabama straight. Ain't no A&M. Alabama University. You say A&M too?
Alabama, yeah.
I
don't know about
the
A&M.
HBCU too.
I was slandering them right there, but no, I know Alabama. They have it. University, they have it.
No,
this is terrible. The numbers are still going up.
But shoot, let's get into a swig of news then.
Let's get into the swig of news. So, as I told you guys a minute ago, aside from having coronavirus, Donald Trump decides, I'm still going to come out and I'm still going to be around people. I'm still going to talk to people. I'm going to, try to be in the mix still. It's still in the mix, even with COVID hanging over his head during this re-election. He's not letting up with it. You have over 216 1,000 Americans that have passed away due to coronavirus during his re-election. So I can see why it's imperative for him to feel like, oh, I have to stay in the, I have to stay in the limelight so that I can continue to give like certain updates. But at a certain time, because you haven't shown compassion for those families, it's like, what are you doing in the limelight? Like, why do you even care? Why would we care for you to be in the limelight? Care that you're living, care that you still breathing, and you don't even care about our loved ones, which is what's going to make this re-election for him even tougher, because the early voters, most of them are the families of the people that have already passed away, or those that are battling, or those that need resources and funding, or you know what I'm saying, like from being a personal recipient of COVID-19 and not just the after overflow, which would be the unemployment and the lack of job and lack of economy, money flowing through the economy. So it's still a lot going on with it, especially with the children. We haven't heard, I know in the news, the top news, you haven't heard about a lot of kids coming up with COVID-19. Still, these children are still catching COVID-19 in class. The cases are maybe like in the thousands. So you're looking at maybe like 1,000. Last time I checked in the schools, it was maybe like 1,100 or 1,200 within the schools, like district. So you're looking at like 1,200 kids that's still coming up with coronavirus. Only problem is with that is, once the kids contract the virus, they may be asymptomatic. So the effects that they will have will not be shown. And so they're continuously affecting other kids that's not being tested until another time, but they already caught it from them. Or they're taking it home and the parents are contracting it. Man, this disease is not going anywhere anytime soon. And a lot of people are catching it, twice, or they're testing positive, and then after they, have the virus for, however long period of time that they have it, they end up testing negative, and then they end up testing positive again. It's still some effects, some long-lasting effects, as to, getting over this virus. Thanksgiving is about to come up. Families are about to conjure together, lean on each other, love on each conjure. Because when we get together, this family reunion, this Thanksgiving, it ain't like the other ones where we everybody free to do all this and 100. We conjuring over there, over there, over there, over there, over there, and then we talking about, all right, what we gonna do now? Because somebody gonna need some money. Somebody need an emergency relief fund after family.
Oh Lord, I ain't think about that.
I don't know why.
Somebody needs some help getting home. Somebody needs some help getting home.
Yes. Can you book them a flight? I didn't have enough money to get here, but I had to come anyway. Tight.
I
spoke briefly on re-election, but if we stayed right there for a minute, do you not know Kanye West is on the ballot?
I know, in various states, random states, and he's ahead of. I saw he tweeted Kentucky ballot or something. He's like 19% of the vote or something in Kentucky.
You said this.
I did. I did say this.
And in my mind, I was like, there could be no way possible that people would see his name on the ballot and then check it off and be for real with it. And these people are dead serious.
I'm saying, listen, man. This is why he isn't. You ain't do the math, brother. You ain't do the math. I don't care how you feel about, this is my accomplishment or whatever. To get one vote, he's like, yeah, it's an accomplishment, but you ain't really do the math, bro. Because if you swing a state, because 12,000 people voted for you, that's very frustrating that he's not. But you're a dropout, right? Yeah. You're a dropout, right? This college dropout thing has come back to bite you at this point. This is the math.
And not only that, the sad part about it is, to be honest.
See, Johnny, you got to do the math. Johnny,
he's a little bit more qualified than Trump.
What? Qualified?
As far as being president, as far as Donald Trump running for president, almost anybody could
Can
run
run,
for president
yes.
at this point.
Oh yes. That's what he proved, and that was the danger of Donald Trump going through, is that anybody can run. Obama winning was great for us as a culture. We like, yes, America's ready for a black or woman president. That's what you knew when he came through, and or Hispanic or for a minority president. Period. Right. But then when Trump win, it opened floodgates to, oh God, they also are ready for the trash. Doesn't matter who you are, if you can pay the ticket and rile people up enough, you could possibly win. But yeah, ridiculousness is what we're talking about here. Ridiculousness. Yeah. I am blown. They blow me. Yeah, it is. It is kind of sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
I'm with you.
Yeah, because as a country, as a nation, it's like, dang, our kids are having to grow up in chaos. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was one thing for the Democrats and the Republicans to be kind of...
We growing up in chaos.
But we got kids that's got to grow up into this. This is crazy. Insane. Breonna Taylor, something that's more insane right now in the news is Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, and this whole situation. It has been found that immediately after the fatal shooting of Breonna Taylor, the police officers were trying to dig up a lot of dirt on the boyfriend. And now, you know, nobody was charged in her murder, right? But then now, all of a sudden, and with more investigating, they're starting to unpack everything. Like, look, the boy is really adamant. He says, I'm 100,000,000% sure that they didn't identify themselves. That right there is going to get them sued. And also the fact that they were tampering with evidence, and then you were trying to build. See, this is the thing with that. They was trying to build a case against him by doing extensive amount of research, trying to find dirt on this young man, and then they found the trail of that. How you leave a trail and you the police? I could have done better than that. Give me a name. It ain't gonna be no trail behind me. The police left the trail. The lawyers are following that trail, because what it's gonna show is that they were trying to cover up the situation, and in doing so, that is completely illegal. So aside from this being a lawsuit, where, you know, we're talking about money and settling and making it pay and make it go away, we're talking about, you know, felonies. Now that right there, if you want to be charged with the murder, I feel like they're going to be charged with something.
You think they're going to be charged with what?
I don't know whether it could be harassment, tampering with evidence.
But I think people are gonna be. Will people be disgusted by that? Like, you know, because you're still not getting charged with murder. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Or are we just excited to kind of like OJ get caught? He went to jail for however long he went to jail for. It was something totally different. And they're like, yeah, at least he went to jail.
It had nothing to do with
yeah, at least he went to jail. You know what I'm saying? Is that what we looking for? Like, yeah, we got him finally.
I mean, we don't have a choice.
Yeah, man.
Honestly.
Right,
you know, it's sad, but we really don't have a choice. Cardi B and your boy Offset is in the news. Keep it locked right here, Morning Coffee Swig. We'll bring that up at the top of the hour.
Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up, that's how we ball out. Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up, that's how we ball out. Strip clubs and dollar bills. I still got more money. Patron shots, gonna get a refill. I still got more money. Strippers going up and down that pole. And I still got more money. 4 o'clock and we ain't going home. 'Cause I still got more money. Money make the world go round. still got my money. Dance make your girl go down. Still got my money. Lot more where that came from. Still got my money. The look in your eyes, I know you want some. Still got my money. All I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs. Money on my mind. Money on my mind. Throw it up. Watch it fall from the sky. Throw it up. Watch it all fall out. Blow it up. That's how we ball out. Throw it up. Watch it all fall out. Blow it up. That's how we ball out. 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 That LA cost $100 bills. And I still got my money. Gold all up in my grill. I still got my money. Who cares how you haters feel? And I still got my money. Call Jay up and close the deal. I still got my money. My fragrance on and they love my smell. I still got my money. So who cares about what I spend? I still got my money. My pockets deep and they never end. I still got my money. I'm going dumb with all my friends. I still got my money. All I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs. Money on my mind. Money on my mind. Throw it up. Watch it fall from the sky. Throw it up. Watch it all fall out. Pull it up. That's how we ball out. Throw it up. Watch it all fall out. Pull it up. That's how we ball out. That's how we ball out. That's how we ball out. That's how we ball out.
Okay, I wake up in the morning and I see dollar signs. Shawty wanna roll and I'm like, oh man, she fine. I got money all in my pocket and my Audemars on shine. So why you hating on me? I'm just living my life. I'm just young and I'm getting it. Young and I'm getting it. Young and I'm getting it. I'm just young and I'm living shit. I just want the money. Y'all can keep them. I'm young and I'm getting it. I'm young and I'm getting it.
Yeah, young, I get money and in my spare time. She don't on the first night, then she don't meet my deadline. Smoking that Bob Marley like yeah, mine. I'm sipping on the whole A for that perf. Bedtime, I got funds like yours. Y'all ain't important. Shorty want that Miley, and I'ma give her she order. Tense all in my body, strapped up like I'm war. Eat, yeah, probably. If it smell like water, my neck talking say me, my wrist talking say suck me. These claiming they ballin', I take it, Chris Humphrey, and make her buy me a whip. Nothing less than a 6. Y'all ring y'all mouth like all y'all something.
Okay, I wake up in the morning and I see dollar signs. Shawty wanna roll and I'm like, oh man, she fine. I got money all in my pocket and my Audemars on shine. So why you hating on me? I'm just living my life. I'm just young and I'm getting it. Young and I'm getting it. Young and I'm getting it. I'm just young and I'm living shit. I just want the money. Y'all can keep them. I'm young and I'm getting it. I'm young and I'm getting it.
Okay, yo, baby mama, I bought that. Side chick, I bought that. Main chick, I bought that. And your dream girl just called back. I'm still reppin' that north side with that big P on my ballcat. These girls don't like me cause they say I think I'm all that. That coon cop, that run. I don't even feel sorry. Claiming my flows, I just put these on mine. And I ain't claiming these. And these haters looking all salty. When I pulled up in that road, swiping, surfing on them like Nolly. I'm with 3 like Santa Claus, sitting on the bus, die in the rock. Hit your girl by mistake. Wasn't even in my plan at all. I told me I hit that. Wanna be playing it all. Knowing that girl is main thing. That don't like bang bang.
I wake up in the morning and I see dollar signs. Shawty wanna roll and I'm like, oh man, she fine. I got money all in my pocket and my Audemars on shine. So why you hating on me? I'm just living my life. I'm just young and I'm getting it. Young and I'm getting it. Young and I'm getting it. I'm just young and I'm living shit. I just want the money. Y'all can keep it. I'm young and I'm getting it. I'm young and I'm getting it. 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 I'm just young and I'm living shit. I just want the money. Y'all can keep them bitches, cause I'm young and I'm getting it. I'm young and I'm getting it.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Give you some energy in the morning, man. That's what that playlist is for. To give you that energy in the morning, get you moving. Oh, thick Thursday. I don't think I got the chance to say that. Thick Thursday. Is it thick Thursday? Yeah, it is. Fantastic. Let's go, man. It's been a wild ride, man. It's time to give you guys a word. I like to give you the word, playing with the words, play with the words, baby. Time to give y'all a word of the day. Today's word, let's get into that. Let's get into it. Today's word is a noun. Very short word. Kiln. It's hard to even say kiln. It don't even sound like I've said it all. Kiln. K-I-L-N. Kiln. You be like, did you say the word together? This word is one of the words you be like, you gonna skip over that L. It's like kin, put an L in there, and you gotta say the L. Kiln. K-I-L-N. An oven, furnace, or heated enclosure used for processing a substance by burning, firing, or drying. An oven. That's what this is. It's an oven, basically. Kiln. That sound like the sound you make when you run it when you as a kid. You're like, pew. This was the kiln sound. Like, pew. That's what that sounds like. I still feel like a kid, and I want to make the pew. That's what this sounds like. The word kiln was kindled in Old English as a bundle of C-Y-L-N, I guess. Unlike many words that descended from Old English, however, kiln is not ultimately Germanic in origin, but was borrowed from Latin culina, C-U-L-I-N-A, meaning kitchen, an ancestor of the English word culinary, which has been a menu option in English since the 17th century. So, kiln. The art studio was purchased a kiln and now offers courses in ceramics. He has a kiln in his garage, and each bust is given a finish that makes it appear to be made of bronze. So now, anytime you walk into somewhere, you be like, hey, y'all got a kiln. That's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm silly. All right, man. That is your word of the day. We give you these words because we want to motivate you guys to use these in your everyday vocabulary. I don't know if you're going to use kiln in your vocabulary, but maybe you will. So speaking of motivation, let's get motivated, Steph.
Morning, family and friends. I know many of you are looking for that morning motivational starter pack to get you up, prepared, and ready to take on this day. Well, as I tell you guys each and every day, there's a hero that lives inside of you. Someone who's special, someone who wants you to do something great with your life, someone who wants you to do creative work, someone who wants you to be the change in the world that you wish to see today, and that you can never be too distracted that you forget who you truly are, because the only person that's stopping you from living your best and most greatest life is who? You. Because the only person that's stopping you from living your best and most greatest life is who? You. And I love saying that and repeating that phrase because it's the most important part of the close of that. You are the only person that can stop you from living your best and most greatest life. And one of the things that we get caught up in is the storms that we go through. And the storms that we go through sometimes stop us dead in our tracks and we never recover. We never get a chance to pick back up where we left off. We never get a chance to become the person that you were supposed to be after you go weather that storm. And I'm here to tell you now, you got to get over your storm. Because once the storm is over, you won't really remember exactly how you made it through, but you will remember that you managed to survive it. You will remember that you managed to grow up. You managed to level up, evolve, use all of the tools that you have and everything inside of you to be able to come out either come out a whole different person. Because that's one thing for sure, is whatever storm that you're going through or that you have gone through, I'm sure you can agree to this, you will not come out the same person. That's with no storm. With no storm, you will not come out the same person you did as you walked in. That person no longer exists anymore. And that's not a bad thing, that's a good thing. Because molding and shaping yourself and the experiences and the things that we go through in life, child, we need all the help we can get from all the people that we can get from here, from there, whatever the case may be, from grieving to losing people to, from jobs, being the one that have to carry the burden or carry the weight for your family. It's a lot of different ways of going through some things and then coming out on the other side of them. Those little short storms that we go through, friendships and relationships and all that, those are short storms. You can get through those storms. It's not even all about that at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what storms are all about anyway. You know what I'm saying? Is how you're surviving and becoming who you're going to become after that. And you will be fine after that. You will be just fine. You will be just fine. You just got to keep going. You got to dig so deep. It's deep. It's deep. You will have to dig so deep in order to come out, and encourage yourself. Because at some point, you lose it, but then you have to get it back. You have to get it back. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I was just speaking with someone yesterday, and we was talking about being stuck. And the feeling of being stuck, sometimes it can get comfortable because when you're there, it's like, all right, this is life right here. If I'm stuck right here, I'm fine. I can live like this for a while. No, you can waste time there. You can lose time there that you cannot get back. Being stuck and comfortable with being stuck. The two don't go together. You know what I'm saying? Wasting time. And then life. No, life is to be lived. Life is to be enjoyed. Life is to have storms that need weathering, that you're going to have to come out, that you're going to have to swing your way out of, think your way out of, cry your way out of, pray your way out of. It's those storms. But those are necessary to build up character. I wouldn't be able to sit here had I not gone through nothing and give a morning motivational starter pack. I wouldn't want to hear me, period, if I was to sit here and I had it all figured out and I had, this whole perfect experience of life. Somebody won't hear that. But there's no storm. There's no human being that is perfect. And we're all perfect in our own right. In our own unique ways, we're all perfect for who we were born to be. That's what we're perfect in. But it's life. It didn't come with a handbook. We're all going to handle things completely different. Nobody ever said it was going to be easy. But being stuck is one of the things that you cannot get comfortable with. You can just look at stuck and say, okay, I made it home. No. By the time I say I made it home, I want to be gone. Long gone away from here and looking down at everybody, have a good time for me. That's where I'm at with it. So, like I said, and I said every single time, the only person that can stop you from living your best and most greatest life is who? You. But make sure you continue to live your life. And if you're the person that was once like me and that was stuck and feel like that, well, this is my end all be all, it ain't. It's not. I said it. Yeah, I said it ain't. It ain't. This is not the end all be all. This is not the end of your story. Rewrite your story. Start it over. Reinvent. That's necessary. Everybody does it. We do it all the time. People do it all the time. Reinvent, restart, recharge, relax. Relax, because it's not just you. It's a lot of people that go through things and they grow through things. And you're no exemption. You're going to have to do the same thing. And that's your morning motivation starter pack from your girl Steph this morning. Yeah, I went a little deep because I felt we all needed that one.
Deep.
To all my dreamers that still believe in dream the way that I believe in dreams. Continue to chase your dreams and chase your dreams until you get tired. And when you get tired of chasing your dreams, you chase them some more, and some more. And if you're scared to do it anyway.
Let's go.
Yeah. It's time for ATL weather and other random shit.
And other random, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Thick. You know I get excited when I hear that. She is thick. I like her thick. Come on in. All right. Anyway, great morning, ATL, and happy Thick Thursday. Thick Thighs Save Lives is currently 66 degrees and foggy. Not a bad morning for the early voters out there. Early. The lines are still pretty long in Georgia. Salute to those that got out there much earlier than the time that they opened. Although, hey, if y'all say y'all open at 7, y'all need to open at 7. And people out there prepared to get there at 7 and you don't open at 7. And you start opening it late. It shift everything. I know you a volunteer, but you volunteer to do it the right way. Get there on time. That's what I'm saying. Don't be late. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. The sun will hit harder. It's warm up pretty fast. The sun will go hit a little harder. It'll clear up around 11 a.m. today and expect highs of 80 degrees today. Another 80-degree day. It's been in the 80s all week long here in Georgia, and no rain, no precipitation, which has been excellent. So another great day in the A. Y'all can get outdoors. So it just because you look outside and it's foggy, don't expect it to stay gloomy and that it's going to rain. It's not going to rain. So dress for lunch, as I told you. Speaking of lunch, yesterday was Steph. Yesterday was take your parents to lunch day. Yeah, it was a good day, man. It was a good day. Mom Deuce was so excited, and she's like, "I'm gonna stop everything and I'm going right now." And she sent me a picture of her and my pops. She sent a picture of her and my pops having lunch. So that was cool.
Parents are so extra now. It's just so crazy. Like the roles have really reversed. Because remember that was us.
She took a terrible selfie.
One scene. What?
She took a terrible selfie. I was like, yeah. But anyway, let's keep the weather going. In honor of Thick Thursday, our random city weather reports comes from Assawoman, Virginia, y'all. Assawoman, Virginia. That's right. This is a city, and there's a creek and a sea and everything. Currently 64 degrees and sunny, right on time for the fall. A warm, big ass of woman. The temperature will jump to 69 around 11, and everybody loves 69, especially with a big ass woman. So now, it's gonna warm up ever so slightly. After that 69, it's going to hit the 70s, and it's going to be sunny all day. That big ass is going to be sunny. It's going to be a big ass of sun out there, and you're going to look at it and enjoy it. It will be 73 degrees a day in big ass woman, Virginia. So put your face in and enjoy. And that is your ATL and random city weather report from, it's a city and delivered by the Morning Coffee Swig. If you hear it anywhere else, they copy that. I'm trying to tell you, they copy.
Why did I hear anything about big ass creek? Put your
big
face
ass
in
woman.
the ocean.
Yeah. Let's put your face in the ocean and let me dive in your water. Big ass woman.
Okay. And you said this was the weather
Virginia.
segment.
It's Assawoman, Virginia. It's Thick Thursday.
I just got back. I don't really know
we talk
what
about
part of the program we on.
Assawoman.
Oh.
Assawoman. It's like, where you from? I can't believe this. The kids got to say this. The kids got to say I'm from Assawoman. That's what they got to say. I bet you there's all sorts of ways to say this word. Probably.
Let me mess it up.
Like,
how you spell it?
They gonna be like, Assawoman. They're like, no, I can read. That's a Assawoman. I'm from Assawomaine. No.
How you spell it? Let me mess it up.
ASSAWOMAN. Assawoman.
I can't even mess that up.
I'm telling you, people look at this and they be like, yeah, I am from Assawomaine. Like, they'll be like, people won't let you say that. They won't let, we won't. I've been waiting for you to stand up. We ain't gonna let you get away with this. Now, how you say this again? Assawomaine. No. This ain't Assawoman.
CJ said, no. Well, I'm glad you don't work nowhere where you got to see stuff like this, like a DMV line
nice
where they get driver's license.
Yeah, nice ass
like
woman.
Or in the court.
So all the perverts on the side of the street walk by and be like, ooh, nice ass of woman. What do you say? I'm saying it's nice here today. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I tell you, ass
terrible.
You can get away with it.
Terrible.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Yeah. So I told you about the holiday, and these are the reasons why I tell people about the holidays, because you could do something cool, or turn it into something. You know what I mean? Now you can put that on your calendar, be like, oh, take your parents to lunch day. Every year I can do this. Now you might have missed it this time, but next year let's see what happens next year, right? Let's see what happens next year. You might remember it. But those are the reasons why I always bring those holidays up, for people to really get into it and make something out of it, and it turned into something. So today is a lot different. It's a different kind of day today, so we'll do something different today. Anyway, man, glad to have you back, Steph. You're back in the building. We're gonna go ahead and go to our break, and we're gonna come back. You know what it is, time for the Edge. What we talk about today? What we gonna talk about today? I don't know. Let's see. It is. It's the Morning Coffee
today, day boy.
You wait. This ass a woman.
Real hot girl.
It's a beat live with no little juke.
Hey, this is my problem, nobody solve it. You can keep hating, I'm popping regardless. He wanna feel it like Megan Thee Stallion. Don't want your nigga cause I want his daddy. I like to switch up my style every week. I gotta switch up my hair every day. I ain't no hope, but I do be on going. I promise my niggas gon' love me the same. I'm a hot girl, don't try it at home. I wear the shit that be showing my thong. I like to drink and I like to have sex. Hop the news that's cutting the checks. Dance on the dick, now you been served. I like a dick with a little bit of curve. Hit this poop with an uppercut. Call it Captain Hook. Ayy, I go shopping, want it, then I cop it. Ayy, yeah, bitches popping, I do what they copy. Ayy, look, he's a sweetie, kiss it when he eat it. Ayy, yeah, know it's good when you chewing, ayy, singing. I love with conversation and find a with no navigation. Mandatory that I get the head, but no guarantees on a penetration. I be texting with a bi chick, we both freaky, just trying shit. Man, getting super jealous, he don't even know about the other fellas. I need a Mr. Clean, make that beam. Okay, I just might need a baker, make that cream. Okay, you woke up mad at me, before you ain't brush your teeth. That shit super sad. Get carpe diem. I'm so indecisive, you can cuff me, but I'm wifey. I just wanna know who gon' slurp me like a icy. Bite me so hard, had to put them on a diet. This ain't no tryout, so look, you better not try me. I got a man, I'm a banana, they got a split. One on your top, one on your tip. One for the club, one for the crib. Mine fine, I want a fool. Ice in his mouth, beat me up. Rocking his chain, wearing his ring, getting some brain. I go shopping, want it, then I cop it. Ayy, yeah, bitches popping, I do what they copy. Ayy, look, he's a sweetie, kiss it when he eat it. Ayy, yeah, know it's good when you chewing and you singing. I go summer, I ain't f***ing with no drama. He was tripping, so I hung out with his partner. Some good introduced me to his mama. Thought he had me till I came out with the condom. Drinking Douce got the motherfucking bottle. Hey, I'm a rapper, not no motherfucking model. Got a n***, but I think I'll have another. I'm too sexy to be f***ing undercover. I know you know me, I ain't gotta introduce. Same crew, I ain't hanging with no nigga. I'ma buy it when I land, I rock new shit. I ain't f***ing with that nigga, I got new. Please don't try me, lil', you know I'm with that. How I break a hoe in half like a Kit Kat. Please don't ask me about it if you know I did that.
What made you forget that I was raw? But now I got a new tour. I'm going insane, starting a hurricane, releasing pain, letting you know you can't gain or maintain unless you say my name. Ripping, killing, digging and drilling a hole past the old goal. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. Shotgun blasts are heard when I rip and kill at will. The man of the hour, tower of power. I'll devour. I'm gonna tie you up and let you understand that I'm not your average man. When I got a jammy in my hand, damn, ooh, listen to the way I slay your crew. Damage, 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 destruction, terror, and mayhem. Pass me a sissy soul sucker, I'll slay him. Farmers, farmers, I'm ready. I think I'm gonna bomb a town. Get down. Don't you never, ever pull my lever, 'cause I explode. And my 9 is easy to load. I gotta thank God, 'cause he gave me the strength to rock hard. Knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out.
Give it up for Naughty by Nature. You drew a picture on my morning, but you couldn't make my day. I'm rocking and you're yawning, but you never look my way. I'm licking down your darling in every single way. You're funny for it's foreign and the green card's on the way. This ain't got to do with shampoo, but watch your head and shoulder. Brother older, bold enough to fold you, yo, I told ya. Afraid of what I made and played and plus a funky fit, so say you flips and tricks for that music in the monkey bit. Triggers from the good town, ill town. Some ask how it feels now. The deal is that we're real, so we still round. No lamp with a freestyle phantom, ain't trying to be handsome. Shrinking what you're thinking, 'cause I'm vamping. I live in top of hip hop, this is hip hop of today. I give props to hip hop, so hip hop parade. Hip hop parade. You heard a lot about a brother gaining more ground, being low down. I do the showdown with any little hoe round. No, I wanna know who you believe in. For your funny reasons, even when I'm sleeping, you think I'm cheating. living top of hip hop. This is hip hop of the day. I get props to hip hop, so hip hop parade. Ho, hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, ho. Hip hop parade. Ho, hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, ho. Smooth it out now.
Smooth it out now. Smooth it out now. Smooth it out now. Smooth it out now. Whoa, smooth it out. Hey, that's how. Cannot have that song on and not really host that joint. They're hosting me every time I hear that song. I'll be hosting it like I'm on stage. Everybody, hey,
Cutting up now off of that.
Oh man, that's a favorite there. To host, that's you're going to get the crowd involved.
I was gonna say that's a lot of crowd participation.
Mm-hmm. The easiest dance in hip hop history.
It's one side to side. Two.
The easiest
One.
dance in hip hop history. Everybody can do it. If you can't dance,
It's an actual dance. It's an actual dance.
Yes. If you can't dance, you can do it. Be like, and people that don't know any better, they hear that nigga, they plug in. They be like, oh, this what we doing? So much fun.
I can see you now. Get him up higher than that. Get him up higher. Just turn. Now spin around with it. Yeah. I can see you now. Lean with it, rock with it. Hey.
You'd have put another dance in there.
Oh, yes.
You'd have added. Now you're making it hard. He's like, now I need y'all to. I quit. Anyway, moving on. Every day I'll tell you something that's on my mind, something I've been thinking, something I'm feeling, something I may have seen. And it's what has me on the edge. Let's get into it. Or something I may experience. I ain't put the experience in there. You got to put the experience.
Or sperm. Oh my gosh.
You got to put that in
I
there.
heard you say that.
So anyway, I had a conversation about I don't know, it wasn't even yesterday, it was some time ago, but I think I've told you guys before, I got a song on one of my albums and it says, this is what you tell people you do. It's showtime. And I've told y'all this on my edge before about people doing what they say they do. That's one. But also there's a review in there. There's a review in there, and it's about reviewing our own skills. Reviewing our skills, sharpening that knife, and seeing, because a lot of times you just think you can do things. Like, yeah, because you remember doing it, right? Like through the pandemic, some of y'all ain't been running, some of y'all been sitting still, and then you go out there and try to run, catch a cramp, or be like, wait a minute, my form is off. These are things I used to could do. I don't know how to do them anymore. So I think that is something that we take inventory of a lot of times, is our own skills and where we need to sharpen our skills. So continue to work on the things that we say that we believe that we're good at. Continue to sharpen our own skills. And that's not just, when we say skill, people think of like sports or any kind of athletics, but skill could be, man, we don't write no more. Is that something you need? I don't know. Is this something you need to constantly go back and write just so you remember how to write? Because we don't do a lot of writing anymore. Some people, I can't imagine these people, but somebody doesn't type that much. A lot of people, I guess they're texting a lot. So that's a skill. Negotiation skills. Even for the man and woman going out there and kind of the courting skills or the being able to talk to the opposite sex and the small talk, the banter, or whatever it's called. That's a skill. That's a skill. You get a little rust on you. A little bit of rust. But I think for real, I think that we got to continue to sharpen our skills. And once we see the school is great, but school was also a little bit of a crutch, and we don't realize it's because you have to go to school and do these things every day, or you have to go to the office and do things every day. Once you stop doing it, that stuff kind of fades to the back. And I think that we all have to be mindful, especially during this time where we're being sat down or doing less of, that we be mindful of our own skills and stay sharp. Because just like anything else, we're not going to stay here. So we talked about picking up new skills. Yes, that's great. Pick up some new skills. But also, I think we should be sharpening the skills that we already have. And that's across the board. Remember to sharpen your skills, whatever they are. Let's be thinking about it. Sharpen our skills. That's why we talk about word of the day, give you new words, and Steph bringing in news, and we're bringing in new fun things to do. Again, all of this is about sharpening your skills. Get your skills together. Excuse me, stay sharp. So maybe this is your Karate Kid class. The Morning Coffee Swig is your Karate Kid class. We are your Miyagi. Getting you to sharpen your skill. Wax on, wax off. Now you learn. So that is what has me on the edge today. Keeping it light. Sharpen your skills. Speaking of sharpening your skills, you need to sharpen your awareness.
Nothing light about that.
That wasn't light?
It wasn't nothing light. Oh, that wasn't light. That wasn't light. That wasn't light. That was heavy. That was crazy heavy. because like, well, the way I took it, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people that took it, it's like, dang, when you say that, it automatically motivates you. You're like, you know what? I haven't been giving 100%. My accountability kicked in. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we're not going to be the first person to say, I'm holding myself accountable. I don't think I did as good as I did on the last show. Like, nah. But when you hear somebody else speak in the terms of make sure you got your shit together. Make sure you're on top of it. Because if you say that's what you're going to do, you need to be trying to do it. Not trying to do it. No, you need to be doing it. If that's what you want to believe, if that's what you want to put out there, sharpen the skills on it. Make sure you're actually good at it. Make sure that's your lane. Because you may be close to your lane, just, not quite. Maybe you should do something behind the scenes versus being in front of the scenes. Or maybe you should, not run a marathon, but first walk one. Or maybe, it's levels to each and everything. It's levels to everything. And I heard in that accountability. So, no, that wasn't light.
It could have been, it was a little left hook. My bad. I thought it was light work. That was light work. Sprinkle.
You was drizzling. Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, man. We wanted to keep y'all moving around. We gave y'all all sorts of things to do. We gave them the zoo this week. We gave them the Atlanta Summit, indoor summit, so they can go do some indoor rock climbing this week. We gave y'all a bunch of stuff this week, different things to do, and so now we want to continue that thing. See what you got today, Steph, on our local swig. What you got for us?
Today's local swig is brought to you by Clues and Cocktails. Clues and Cocktails.
And cocktails. You gotta say cocktails.
Cock it. So the grand reopening for Clues and Cocktails is today. Bam. Okay? Today. So they are an exclusive nightscape community type locations. Like I said, today is their grand opening. And it's on all social medias. They do have a bar. They do have cocktails, because it's, the same as that. They have a social house. Now, in the social house, that's where you can go and, have your conversations and, business and meetings and things like that. So I'm looking forward to this business. It's right in the heart of everything else. Of course, it's downtown Atlanta. So it's called, again, Clues and Cocktails. I'm glad for the reopening. I don't have a whole lot of information about them right now. I actually want to go and check them out for myself. It's at 314 Arbor Avenue, Atlanta, Georgia, 30303. That's 314 Arbor Avenue. Everybody knows everything's on everything that is on Arbor Avenue is like lit. It's lit. So,
Clues and cocktails.
if you're bringing clues and cocktails to Arbor Avenue, then I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty dope because that's the party spot. That's the spot where everybody knows to go to. I don't know how they're going to run it necessarily. So,
What
but
kind
I
of
do know
spot
the
is
grand
it
opening
again?
is today. It's called
it's the grand
Clues
opening
and
today.
Cocktails. The grand
So
opening
it's
is today.
clues. What's the clues part? Is it like mystery theater? Like, what's the clues part?
That's what I'm hoping for. I want to say that I've done something on them back in the past, and it was more so like not an escape room, but something close. You know what I'm saying? Like clues and I don't know. It sounds. My imagination can go all over the place, and I'll be in left field before you know it. So I ain't
An
gonna say
immersive
what I
experience. An immersive experience. I think it is. Nice Cakes community. Okay, all right. This sound cool. It sounds like now, like you said, down on Auburn Avenue. That is Auburn revitalization project. They're trying to make it better and bring some of those entertainment things down there, restaurants and other things of that nature, make it a little corridor. So hey, Clues and Cocktails happening today, and it's if you want to get into a different kind of experience, I guess.
Yeah, so this is a little something that they put together. It says laughter and cheerfulness in the atmosphere as a group of friends successfully break the code of a puzzle. So you can do that over a toast with your team, and immediately it salutes the teamwork and then a fun time, of course. This is the spirit of Clues and Cocktails. This designed and as a richly immersed experience bar. So anytime when you say experience bar, you know it's gonna be something. Like whether it's like murder mystery, clues and cocktails, puzzles, games, board games, like it's always kind of like open for not a play date, but just a opening icebreaker type, setting. Okay. So you have that. It says guests are invited to embark on a journey of code breaking, group laughter, and lots of mystery while enjoying their favorite craft cocktails and beers. Clues and Cocktails is the brainchild of Room Escapes Atlanta, who is the owner, Joy Christina. And Joy says, I was inspired to create this space after feeling bored while hanging out with friends at a bar who were so deeply absorbed in their cell phones. She says the concept forces customers to put down those doggone phones.
That's what I thought. It says the coolest puzzle bar. Okay, so yeah, because if you ever seen a group of girls out, they're like, we going out, and you look over that, there go that track again, Johnny. You gotta take that out of rotation. You look over there and you be like, yeah, exactly. You see all the people on their phones. You be like, what is going on with these phones? What is going on? Like they don't even like each other. Y'all got all dressed up to come out and not say nothing to each other
and do this.
So that's It's like, who you talking to? You talking to the people that didn't come. Is that what you're doing? You talking to the people that didn't come out. You should have stayed at home and talked to them. But fellas, that's also an opening. That can be an opening. You see a woman, a group of women, or see a woman talking on the phone. It could be an opening to get her interest, take her interest off of whatever's going on that phone to you. And now y'all got a conversation. I ain't gonna tell you how to get into it. I ain't gonna tell you how to get.
I was just gonna say that. Don't be a bozo. There's a way to do it, and there's a way not to try that.
Yeah,
some of that is what you just said is one of them. Don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah. You gotta
for failure.
It's a certain skill set, sir, that's gonna allow you to do that. But
sharpen your skill set.
Sharpen your skill set. There's a certain skill set that is an opening. But
you don't be wanting to walk into a kiln.
If you ain't got a kiln, you'll get burnt up. Yeah. Don't try that. It's not for the faint of heart. If you don't know what you're doing, you may crash and burn. But if you got some kind of skill, any what was I want to say? Gift of gab, there's a way to get in the door.
A little charm wouldn't hurt.
The little charm. You get a chuckle, you good. You get a chuckle out there.
You get a chuckle, you good. She show her teeth, she eats. What is it?
What? She show her teeth what? I don't know that one. Oh my God.
That was such a gay term. It's a gay term. I ain't got too many drag queens. That was such a gay term.
Oh no, yeah. She show her teeth. She talking, she buying, brother. I'm telling you, she talking, she buying. She talking.
Sound
She smiling and talking, she
buying. Stevie J.
That's you in that face. You be killing me with that. You be killing me with that. All right, man. Anyway, first hour we give you some stories, and that's a Swig of News. Second hour we give you our top stories. Those are our top Swigs. What you got for me today, Steph?
All right, y'all. If y'all missed it, we were talking about the coronavirus and what's going on in those. Since those numbers are still going up, they are continuing to rise right now. If you are not wearing your mask right now, they are passing the law again. I don't know if the law is going to be concrete or if it's just like something that they're implementing. But remember I told you that even in Tennessee that the mandate for a mask would be cut off as of October the 11th. But with the president catching coronavirus, testing positive for coronavirus, as well as his son and, the family, they are now extending the mandate to wear a mask in every state. It's supposed to be in every state, but a lot of them are letting up, saying, hey, we're going to catch it anyway. What difference do it make? And the governors and, things like that are fighting against it, but I personally feel like we've lost enough people. Let's do our part. Let's do what we can do, because with some, doing the mask and some not doing the mask, it's causing the misinformation to be at all the way up to the top. Yeah, we're getting the misinformation from the White House, but then we're also getting it from reporters. We're getting it from just local people. It's a lot of misinformation that's being traveled around, and that's where it's coming from. And these different places, child, it's a lot going on with coronavirus. At the end of the day, I'm just saying, wear your mask. Continue to wear your mask. Children are still contracting it from school, and they're taking it home. In different counties, the numbers are still rising. Like, the numbers are still rising by different counties. So when you're in like little small towns and you go to a funeral, say you go to a funeral in a very small town, well, guess what? That town is likely to have the coronavirus, and everybody leaves the funeral with the virus because of the small, the close knitness. And then you have people coming from out of town and all of that. You don't know who have it. It's just, you can't stop it. I'm gonna say that you can't. Right now, we're unable to stop the virus. But what we can do, like I keep telling you guys, we have to do our part. This is where we kick in as the people of this country. We have to do our part. Americans need to do what we need to do. Otherwise, come Thanksgiving, we're going to be in a shutdown where we are not going to be able to be with our loved ones, be with our families. This 2020 done took enough. I don't want it to continue to take more things. We're all learning to cope in one way or another. Speaking of coping, there has been no real adjustment with the unemployment. I thought that it was because they were talking about passing the bill and doing some temporary relief funds for those recipients of the unemployment compensation, and it's another one too. But you guys inbox me like, we ain't getting unemployment, or we're getting our regular amount, but we're not getting anything on top of that to supplement our regular paychecks. I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm even more sorry to say that there is still no more news. There is no more news as to a relief for you guys on that. The jitters are still going up because the US dollar has dropped since this pre-election. So the jitters are coming on for those in the higher ups, those that want this tax break and they want Donald Trump to do all these things. Well, the US dollar has now dropped. If you're doing Bitcoin, Forex, or anything like that, stay in that. Stay in that. Please. saying that. And you're going to have to help some of us that don't know anything about it, that are trying to get into it. If you're trying to get into it, this is my suggestion. If you see that there is no unemployment compensation going on, there's no stimulus packages, there's no relief fund coming from the government, you have to make a conscious decision and say, all right, what am I doing with my funds? Am I putting them in the right places? Because at this point, if the US dollar is going down, then that means we need to be investing in some other things. Some things that, you know, that we can fall back on just in case if something happens. We also discussed in the top hour that about Kenneth Walker, who is Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, and how the cops now are under investigation. They were not charged with her murder, but they are now being sued and investigated. Sued by the boyfriend because the boyfriend says that he is 1,000,000% sure that they did not identify themselves. Also, secondly, they are being investigated because immediately after they shot her, and one of their officers was shot as well, we can't just, you know, pass over that. They started to try to find all kind of dirt on him and, you know, build a suspect criminal case against him. And that is illegal. You cannot do that. Now, granted, we all know you can't go into somebody's house unannounced and then start shooting and blazing guns and all that. You can't do that. That's illegal too. They didn't get, you know, any reprimandation for that. They didn't get reprimanded for that. But, however, it is even more. It's also illegal to try to tamper with evidence or put together tamper with evidence, but also stage a crime, because this is staging a crime at this point. That's how I feel. I feel like they staging a crime. And you know, this young man is starting to speak out more and more and more, because the way that they had it pinned in our brain, it was like, dang, he was already a crook, and you know, he had a lot going on over there. Like, nah, it wasn't that. And I need you guys to go back and revisit this story as well. Revisit this story. Early voters, I am so proud of y'all. Y'all are really getting out there to vote. All the pictures and, you know, things like that you guys are showing. It's thousands and hundreds of thousands of people that's gotten out to vote. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all. I am so proud of you guys. Especially my friends that's on my social media page that I actually know.
Now the word is that so there is some relief to the long lines. I don't know how much truth is to this, but y'all can check it out for yourself. That you know, you can go to Phillips Arena. They turned Phillips Arena into a voting section for Fulton County residents, and I think the World Congress Center. I heard that the wait is a lot less, if any. So for at least for Fulton County, you can check into that instead of going to the local school or library or wherever these long lines are. There may be some relief for you guys, and you may be relieving other people by going over there. You know, not only are you relieving you're relieving yourself out of that line and making the line shorter.
You in that area.
Because you in there.
Yeah, because a lot of these like libraries and things like that are really local for like those residents within that area. So when you got people just coming in, there people that just coming to bar, it's like, wait a minute, no, early vote, go over there, go to the arenas and places like that.
You ain't my neighbor.
But we ain't never seen you around here before. What street you live on?
What street you live on?
But this early voting, this has really turned out to be quite nice. In Georgia, the wait time in some areas could be like an hour and a half, and other places it is about
8 hours.
Jesus.
8 hours was it was.
That's the longest somebody has voted. I mean,
11. 11 was the longest. 11 on Monday. So 11 hours. It's been 8 hours. Tia was 4 hours the other day when she was on the show. She was in line while she was listening to the show on Tuesday. So that's 4 hours there. So a lot of people, man, it can be a span of time.
Have your things together. Have your stuff together. First thing you need is your photo ID. That is in any state. This is for any state. One thing you would definitely need, and this is not an opinion, you're going to need your photo ID. All right. If this is your first time voting, you are going to need something with your mail showing proof of your residence to vote. And then they may also ask you for a provisional ballot. So if you don't have your ID, you can give them that. I didn't even think that it says voters without ID, you are unable that are unable to provide ID, you will be able to vote a provisional ballot. Okay, got it. There we go. And then you will have the 2 business days after that, after election day, to return to the election commission's office to show valid proof. So you can do a provisional vote. It just won't be counted if you don't bring back your ID.
Put your name on this piece of paper. Come back with some. That's what that sound like. Hey, baby, do this. Write your name down. I'm gonna put it over here.
But
that's gonna get lost. Let me just put that up.
You can vote.
No,
it's just gonna go in the stack of people who.
Let me tell you right now. That's lost. It's a manila envelope somewhere with names written in different color inks. That's what that is. It's like a raffle bag. Hey, put your name on this piece of paper. I'm gonna put it in this bag. That's what you just did. Yeah. Hey, you ain't gotta go get an ID. Driver's license. Also, if you can't get a driver's license, it's like $12. Get an ID.
The reason that I'm saying this is because right now across the country, the Democratic Party is enthused and like are really coming out in enormous numbers. This wave of people are young people. They may not got their stuff together, but I'm going to help them. Bring your ID and bring a proof of residence. God dang it. Nobody ain't going to tell. I'm going to tell you, because I don't need you standing in line all that time and then to go home and then, you might not come back. No. We're going to get it right the first time. Get your ID and bring you a proof of residence, please. But the numbers that are coming out right now are majority the Democratic Party, and they're enthused about voting this year. Something has been put out there, and we didn't. And the crazy part about it, there's no celebrities that are campaigning really tough, like vote or die or anything like that. There's none of that. So, shout out to the young people for getting out there to vote early. I mean, I commend you guys. I appreciate you for all the stuff we give you and stuff we talk about. I mean, we think you ain't listening. You're really listening. You just, you're not responding. Answer me when I'm called. What is it? What my mom used to say? Answer me when I'm called, when I call your name. That's what y'all need to do, because we don't think y'all be listening, but then yet when you look at the polls, you look at it's all younger people in certain areas. It's all young people, and they are mostly from the Democratic Party. So keep that in mind as well, and that's across the country.
Hey, remember your voting what I call it, your voting pack. Book bag, got your chargers in there, some water, bring your chair, your laptop, your tablet, bring it all, whatever. So that time that you spend there, like, hey man, I take it. I could be here all day. I got food, I got water, all my phones is charged. I can work, I got my laptop, so whatever. Y'all take as long as y'all want. Y'all ain't gonna deter me from doing this vote. So I'm gonna continue. I tell you that every day. I'm gonna continue to tell you that.
But check this out, though, Jason. Breaking news with the Falcons facility has been shut down with 4 more positive tests.
Yeah.
They about to cancel all sports.
Man, they were supposed to play. It's Thursday. You're supposed to play the Vikings on Sunday. What's going to happen? Because just this week we had a game pushed all the way to Tuesday because of challenges. So the Falcons now have positive tests and their facilities is shut down because now they gotta. This is we said this on the show. If you listen to Minds of Mischief, and this happened for us. If somebody has COVID in your building, it's like the protocol is the building got to shut down and they got to do this deep cleaning. The whole White House got COVID and they ain't nothing. They ain't did a deep clean. The White House is 9 million years old. It's crevices and everything all through that building. So and they ain't did nothing. That's crazy. So either one ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Either the protocol is some BS, or the White House is on that BS, which I tend to lean that direction. But That's kind of wild. So we have a sports team who now has had to shut down their facility and do a deep cleaning because they have 4 or more tests. And what's going to happen for the game this weekend, we don't know. They're supposed to go to the Vikings this weekend, so we'll stay on top of that story and see what's happening. Wow.
Yeah, we gotta stay on top of this one because this one sounds crazy. Like I said, it's a lot of news that's going on with the Atlanta Falcons anyway. I'm gonna keep you guys updated on everything. You know, even the farewell letter to from Dan Quinn.
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that.
Anything about that.
I mean, I know he got fired, but
he got fired, and he has written a farewell letter to Atlanta. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll post that on our page so you guys can read that and digest that. You know what I'm saying, on your own.
Awesome.
But as far as the numbers and for coronavirus and you know how things are going to play out now with the Atlanta Falcons, I'll keep you guys updated on that.
Awesome.
All right, and those are your top swigs for today. Glad to be back. I missed you guys, y'all. When I see news, I be really wanting to tell somebody. I be like, oh God, I can't wait to tell you about this. I gotta get this monkey off my back.
Oh Lord. So hey man, it's time to sit around the table, stir the coffee pot, grab our coffee mugs, and have a little coffee talk.
Coffee talk.
We're great to have Steph at the table to have some coffee talk with us today. So early in the season, we have said the first lessons are the best lessons. We said this. I saw a meme, and I think yesterday, it was like, them. You should check on the family. Me. Does the family check on me? Like there was a meme that said, "Hey, family will be looking out for me or checking on me. I ain't checking on nobody." So one of the first lessons was be the bigger person. That's one of our first lessons. Be the bigger person. So the question today, is there value in being the bigger person? Is there value in being the bigger person? If so, what are the pros and cons of being quote unquote the bigger person? And I'm not saying we just got to stick to the family situation. I'm just saying in general, being the bigger person is something that people always say. Well, you should be the bigger person. Is there value in being the bigger person? And what are the pros and cons if there is? Being the quote unquote bigger person can be a challenge. Can be a challenge. I know because there's ego involved, and then there's unresolved tension or hurt in there. It's a lot of things that go with being the bigger person, and so it's a lot easier said than done. So before I give my feeling on whether there's value in it or not, that I don't want to kill it already. So I'm gonna ask Steph about this. Being a bigger person, we've heard this since we were children. So what is the value? Is there a value in being the bigger person? If there is a value, what is that? And the pros and cons of being the bigger person. What you got for me, Steph?
Okay,
tell me what you got.
One of the pros to me is the fact that you could be the bigger person because one, your foundation, in your foundation, you are taught to never let people get you out of character, right? And in that,
who taught that though? Who taught that?
No, we're all taught that as kids. Don't let nobody, influence you to do certain things. You taught that in grade school, in kindergarten. You don't let you a follower or you a leader. You don't let what other people say and do to you, and you follow it, and then you get in trouble right behind them. That sounds crazy, but that conversation changed over time. It didn't go from if they do this and that, and you gonna do it too. It went from that to you can't let nobody take that much power over you. Apologize on your behalf
This
and
sound
move
like
on.
a personal conversation. Sound like this
I'm
this
just-
conversation has happened at the crib. Go ahead.
And move on. Yeah. I'm gonna teach mine the same thing I was taught because I know our attitudes. But I say that because, like, what I'm saying is you don't let people dictate your movements, how you feel about things, and how you feel about people, and how you go about doing things. I personally feel like apologizing sometimes is for yourself. It ain't even for the other person. But you can't say that, you know, like, man, you know what, I apologize for letting you get me out of character. That's wrong.
Mm-mm. You can't say that.
Really, Avery, you can't say that. You ain't supposed to say that. But in reality, that's what you feel like. You know what, I apologize for letting you get me out of character. That was wrong of me to take it that far. But when you give somebody, when you consistently do some things to people, you bring them out of character. But, you know, again, that's not the best thing to do. So, in that sense, I'll say that. Now, Steph, on the other hand,
Come on.
I being the bigger person don't always work. Sometimes it's not about being the bigger person because you're still in competition at that point, trying to be the biggest person. You trying to be the bigger person. Now they want to be the bigger person. You want to apologize. They want to find a way to top your apology. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. And I'm not. Listen, if I feel strongly and I know I'm right about something, I got accountability to myself first before I got one to you. And my accountability is if there was a disagreement, we can fix that. If there was disrespect, it ain't no fixing that. I believe people when they show me who they are the first time. So, depends on what we are and what kind of energy you have given me. Depends on whether or not you're going to get an apology from me or whether I'm going to be the bigger person or just no person. Because I can get gone and be silent.
And see, that's where
silence is deadly.
So this is where the quote unquote bigger person thing comes in. I think it's that right there because it's easy to just hit the eject button. You're like, all right, bet that's how we doing. Hit the button. I'm out. And I think that's where the whole being the bigger person comes in. Oftentimes it's like, all right, I ain't talked to this person this long. I don't even remember why we even beefing, but I don't want to reach out to them to talk it through or whatever because I ain't gonna let them bang on me this time. You know what I'm saying? I think there is value in it because a lot of times you walk around with some luggage that you don't need to be walking around with. You walk around with luggage that don't matter. You lugging these rocks with you all this time, and I think that's where being a quote unquote bigger person comes in. Like, hey yo, holler at me. Let me holler at you. And now, once you do, I also think that here's where one of the pros are. Once you do that, and they still give you their tail to kiss, then you did your part, and you can bang on them for life now. Like I did my part. I came in, I gave you, I extended the olive branch. You still gave me your tail to kiss. Bet. Now how I feel is justified. Now how I feel is justified. I can walk with this. I ain't carrying no luggage at that point.
But do
the
you
burden's
need
off me.
the justification though? That's my whole thing. It's like if I don't want to deal with you, do you need that justification though?
Yes,
my
you
whole
need to
thing is
validate
if
it to yourself.
I ain't got to validate it to me. If I don't like you no more. I don't like you.
You gotta, but now you can't. Why you carrying around this? Now you
I ain't
carrying
carrying
around
it around. I just ain't talking
carrying
to
around
you.
anger and turmoil. You carrying around it's double toil and trouble inside. Every
It's a
time
billion
they name
people in the world.
Every time they name
You
come
are-
up, Steph, you like, ooh.
You are one person.
but I bet but that person name come up, you like, oh, I don't like that person. Now you hide again. Every time you hear that name.
I don't.
But every time you hear that name, you hide again.
I'm getting about that kind of power because this is the thing. If I cut you off, and I'm cordial. I cut everybody off cordially because I can still be cordial with you. I can see if I cut you off and say, you know, when I see you, it's on sight. That's not cordial. But you know what? We ain't got to never speak again, and I'll be totally fine. And I'm good with that. And when we see each other, I may even shoot the, hey, what up? End of discussion. I ain't on that. Like I ain't gonna be fake around you. I ain't gonna try to be fake.
That's
I don't
not fake.
Try to. Yeah, it's fake to be sitting around acting like I forgave you and I haven't. No, I ain't forgave you like that. That's God. God can do that. I ain't him. I ain't even close to him. Not even a little bit. So what up? Keep it moving. That's that on that. Like I ain't got no pressure against you. I don't want to choke you out, but I don't want to be around you neither. You know what I'm saying? But I can be cordial. If we had to be in a situation where we're in the same setting, I can be cordial enough to sit and kiki and laugh and have a good time, probably to everybody but you. But you know, it is what it is, because I don't mind you knowing that I don't deal with you because I'm such a good person. And this is my justification. This is why I don't need that kind of justification. I'm such a good person that I feel like if me and a person have a disagreement and we can't talk it out, that's just an insecurity on their part. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying.
That's an insecurity. I can bounce back from a disagreement. Yeah, we can talk about it and then move on. But again, when our disagreement becomes disrespectful, I can't bounce back from that. I remove myself because I don't want you to never do it again. I believe right. I might try you. Yeah, because I believe in people doing things. People do things. They treat you based on what you allow. They treat you based off what you allow. So if I allow you to do it this time, you gonna do it next time. And then you're going to be crunk with it next. You know, you're going to do it more and more and more and more until what? Until now you done got me strung out here.
No, Steph, they was listening to you. If you're scared to do it anyway.
Well, they was listening to you. Scared the first time before you tried it this way.
You been scared. Yeah.
But that's a justification. My justification is knowing that I am a good person. So anytime I'm in a situation like this, I don't mind removing myself from a person's life and existence because I don't fit them. Our relationship no longer fits because they need people that they can, you know, do certain things to, and I'm just not one of those people. They need people that they can lash out on and that person be okay with it. I don't need that kind of negativity. I'm not the person for you. We can't be in a relationship. Now later on, am I saying that I shut you down for good and we could never speak again? I'm not saying that, but I am saying I won't be the first person to reach out because I have already determined that where I'm going in life, you can't go.
Well, Steph, this is the thing. Steph, this is I want to add this in here. That people believe, some people I think believe that just because we talk about it, things go back to normal or go back to the way they were. Just because we can talk it through. And so that's why they be like, nope, we ain't talking about it. We can talk about it. We can talk about it. Let's talk about it. And at the end of that, we can still decide that, all right, you said your piece, I said my piece. I still don't rock with you on that level no more. I still don't rock with you on that. We good. We ain't beefing. We ain't gonna fight. I don't feel like I need to slap you. I don't feel like I need to slap you, but all right. You know,
the relationship is tarnished.
It can be. It can be. Now, what I will say though, that there are relationships that we don't need to be so quick to, cause you in this world with each other. You ain't in this world by yourself. And that's one of the things that I struggle with myself. But you ain't in this world, I do know that you ain't in this world by yourself. You get around, you move around with people, right? And so there are certain relationships that are important no matter what y'all going through, that you gotta, it's worth it. It's worth you, hey, you know what? Whatever the problem is, let me take my licking if that's what it's gonna be. If I'm gonna take a lashing, let me take that lashing, or you take the lashing, whatever it is, we gonna walk through this mud together and come out on the other side because this relationship is important. Friends, family, significant others, there are those relationships that I think that are important. I think one of the things is people are quick to throw people away. And I think we all need to be mindful of that. Like, I probably shouldn't have threw that person away. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what? Whatever it was something we could overcame. Like Steph is saying, she's saying that's a level of disrespect. You be like, I don't think I can get through that disrespect. Me, I don't got a whole lot of grudges in life. I don't got a whole lot of grudges. I can't. It's only a few people that I never ever in life want to fool with them again. Now, granted, what you never understand, I guess the other person will never get, is that you will feel like I let you back into the circle. You will feel like I let you back pretty close, but I still got you at a distance. I ain't got you close enough that I can hit you. That's some people you don't even need to push away too far. You be like, I'm gonna push you away, but I'm gonna keep you close enough so I can hit you, so you can't hurt me. Because if I send you too far, you might do something that can hurt me. So I'm gonna keep you right here, and that's more of a street thing than anything. But I'm gonna keep you at a spot. I'm gonna keep you at a spot. I can still keep my eye on you. That's what I want. I don't want you to go too far. I'll be like, all right, I see you over there. But you it's funny. I was thinking about somebody today like that. I'm like, I got you close enough that I can steal on you. But you pretty far. You pretty far from me. You can't reach me. Your reach don't reach me. So at any rate, I do think that, and that goes into the conversation about pros and cons. I think there are.
That's law number 3.
The pro. I think one of the pros to it is that there are relationships that are important. So if it takes you being the bigger person to keep that relationship intact, then do it. Because this is the other thing, Steph. I think, quote unquote, being the bigger person also takes a level of confidence, takes a level of self-esteem, and everybody ain't got it.
Yeah.
A lot of people they don't have that security to be like, quote unquote, I take the L. All right, I called you. Because people be like that. They be all insecure. I ain't calling them first. Nope, I ain't calling them first. And so if you got a level of security that don't matter, like you don't win no points, I be like, nah, I call you. What's up? I called you first. Great. You win. That's how you feel? That's what you needed? You needed that point? You win.
But you don't even win if a person calls you first. Because if a person calls you first and then you lose the debate and then you still wrong at the end of the day, now you look like a fool for real. You know what I'm saying? So
you wrong. You was wrong.
Yeah, if I look at a situation and I know that I'm in the right, and if it's worth saving, I'll call you. But if I call you and your heart isn't in the right place, you ain't got to worry about me calling you no more.
But that's what I said.
I'm saying.
You did your part. You did your part.
I'll do my part.
I stepped out there, and that's what I was when I read that meme about the family. Now, this is the thing about that. I made a comment on there, and the person made a comment back, and I was like, I left it at that because what I don't know is the backstory. What you don't know is the backstory. I don't know. Like families, like all families ain't like my family. You know what I'm saying? Families, some families is a mess, and some families they got some things in their background and their interactions that just may or not be mendable. Now, if it's just she thinks she better than everybody, I'm like, call them out on it. I think that if it's that, you just call them out on it. Be like, I see you over there, Kathleen. Think you better than everybody. You ain't better than nobody. I know where you came from. You change your diapers. You know what I'm saying? You just talk. Hey, that's the thing about family. Family get humble. You be like, I remember when you was a little buck-toothed little boy running around here. Right. I don't care how good looking you think you are now. You got some money or whatever. Boy, I remember when you wore mismatched socks. You always be a little mismatched socks boy to me. So that's the thing about family are humble. That's what my mama do. She don't care. I don't care where you been. I don't care how many people know you, how many awards you done won. Take out the trash. Take out the trash. Go deliver these cakes. My mama don't even acknowledge nothing I've done.
Nothing.
She don't even acknowledge. It ain't no I'm Jason Carey. That's like that. Boy.
They do it to their friends, but to us, that's the last thing on their mind.
Oh yeah. You listen. You catch them talking and you ain't around. You catch them like you around the corner.
My baby, such and such. Girl, my baby all the way. I'm talking about 10, 20 on 10.
Oh boy, but she don't let you know it.
No.
Mama, she don't.
You ain't nobody.
Like, boy, if you don't go upstairs in that room, make your bed. That's what I want you to do. talk about making it happen. You make that bed is what I want you to do. And come on down here and get some of this food. that's funny, man. Yeah, but I think that's a whole side note. This is a great thing about family. But being the bigger person is what we're talking about today. Is there any value in it? I guess to answer the question, I don't want to leave you hanging.
I got a couple of comments.
Yeah, read the comments.
Okay, so
it is comment time.
To answer to that question, and this is how it was posed. We have said that the first lessons are the best lessons. One of those lessons was to be the bigger person. Is there any value in being the bigger person? And what are the pros and cons of it? And one woman, she says, the pros are feeling better about yourself later, dodging drama and unnecessary bull crap, probably even dodge jail. Cons are that car ride home, or when you get alone and you be thinking about all the things that you should have said or should say or should have done. All right. The next one, he says, sometimes being the bigger person can harm you because individuals will feel as if you're a soft or a pushover, but on the bright side, it can help you make it home and live to see another day. And Jessica agreed, and she says, I agree. Sometimes it is okay not to be the bigger person, depending on the situation. People will really take advantage of that. And I think where I was coming from earlier, was I feel like people really are, they will play on that and they would make it as though you are soft, like he said, you know, they'll make it like you're soft or like you're a pushover. And I don't think that that's good, to be honest with you. I don't think that that's not good to my ego. That's not good for my security, and it's not good for that person either. Yeah, people think you're soft. Like sometimes that's why the pros and cons.
That's what we was talking about.
Is feeling like, giving the person the ammo to assume that you're a pushover, and then that opens the door for an array of disrespect. In some sense, you know what I'm saying? And so sometimes, that's why I say it's situational for me. That's why I was going with it earlier. I'm sorry. That's why I was going. I lost my train of thought because there's so many thoughts at one time. But I'm on 50-50. It depends on the situation. Not even the relationship, but the situation. Because sometimes you could be a wonderful person, but if, pushed or given the opportunity, you could also become a bad person. I'm going to say that. Because I've seen some really good people turn into bad people just based off another person's vulnerability. And I know sometimes I'm very vulnerable, and I can tell when somebody's trying to play on that. New people that come into my life, I give them a little bit of transparency and a vulnerability just to see how far they're going to go with it. And then I immediately exclude myself from being around that person, and the aspect that they would even think that we could become friends. We could be cool forever. Yeah, we gonna always be cool forever. We ain't calling each other, you know what I'm saying, or nothing like that, because the moment I gave you an opportunity to think that I was vulnerable enough to get over, you did just that. I didn't call you out on it because I don't have to. But I saw it. I'm not blind or deaf.
I saw you.
Yeah, I saw you.
I see you.
So I get what both of them are saying, and sometimes as being a bigger person, you do feel like later on, like, dang, I should have said this, I should have said that. I should just went on and opened up the door for the floodgates for everything. I should just say what I was gonna say. But
well, this is my thing about this, and we're gonna have to get up off of it. One thing that I hope that the Rona situation has shown us is just that we walk around carrying, I don't want to be the bigger person, or I don't want them to think I'm soft, and then something happens to them. That's the one thing that I want us to be thinking about, is that we ain't gotta go and holler at your people. Sometimes being the bigger person, that's where the value is in it. If you think that something would happen to that person, you still wouldn't care, then ain't no need being a big person. But if you think something would happen and it would do something to you, I think you need to put all that to the side, all the ego to the side, and and holler at them. And that's
Since you put
that's
it
the only
in
thing.
that perspective, I understand that better, because I feel the same way. I've lost 3 best friends, and it ain't easy. It's not easy. And you know, some of the people that I still have in my life, I'm just like, you know, we done fell out for something small, but do I reconcile that now? Because if something ever happens, like, it'll eat me up. It'll eat me alive. But what do you say to a person that has been out of your life for so long? It's like, yo, what up? Welcome back.
Again, I don't think the talking about it may not bring them back to the circle where they once were, but at least it gets that off the table. I think that's the thing. It'd be like, hey, it ain't on the table for me no more. So, you know, it's up to you to take it off the table for you, and we can just move forward. What does move forward look like? We might still not talk.
I ain't really mad at you. I just don't want to be around you.
It could be that too. They be like, listen, I ain't mad. We ain't beefing. If I see you, it's all love. I don't want to see nothing ever happen to you. I hope you're doing all right. Pew, pew. Pew.
Hey, when you was doing it, I was like, pew, 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 pew.
She always do that. All right, man. That's our coffee talk for today, man. Is being the bigger person, is there any value in it? Pros and cons. Hey, answer that question for yourself. You ain't gotta answer. You ain't gotta take our advice. You ain't gotta even take it from our perspective. Think about it for yourself. I believe these conversations always they help because they come out of left field, but they may be something that somebody may have been thinking about. So it may put you on the edge. So that's our show for today. What you got any goal talk before we get out of here? You got any goal talk for us today?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes it is best to reconcile, release, and relax. The reconciliation comes with a lot of peace. And, you know, sometimes it's hard for you to wind down and feel easy about certain things because you are tied down with a lot of things that you should release. And in order to release them, you have to take accountability of where you are in the situation. You can't be too ego-driven that you can't tell someone that you are sorry if, in fact, you know you're sorry. That wouldn't make sense. That would make that make you slow. You're a little bit slow. If your ego is that big and you know you're wrong and you can't apologize for being wrong, I have no desire to ever be around you. You shouldn't be around nobody. Not here, not now, not ever. Because that's not how we do things as adults. You wasn't raised that way. So make it right. But then also recharge yourself, recollect yourself, and relax, and then reinvent. Whether it's a relationship, friendship, it doesn't matter. Yourself. Because sometimes you need to apologize to you.
Man, that's real. Sometimes you do. Know you wrong.
You need a butt whipping.
Today's holiday is Sewing Lovers Day. Shout out to all the sewers out there. If you love to sew,
look. Pretty.
What's happening? You been sewing?
Mm-hmm.
Word. You did that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, hey man. Sewing Lovers, it's your day. It is National what is it? National Grouch Day, as in Oscar the Grouch. That's funny. Anyway, and we talked about it yesterday about people being nasty. That was our talk for yesterday, that people just nasty. Well, it's Global Hand Washing Day, so this could have been today's coffee talk. People nasty. Global Hand Washing Day. I can't believe we got to celebrate it, but let's celebrate y'all wash y'all hands and helping everybody else. You're just nasty putting your hands in the chips and the french fries and in your mouth. Stop it. Wash your hands. That's what I want to say. It's time to get out of here. We will see you guys on Friday. Go out there and vote. Early voting goes through, I think, Saturday here in Georgia. So get out there and do that. I might be late, so I can go early vote tomorrow. You know what it is. It's the Morning Coffee Swig. Today, do it big.
Enjoy your taste of life.
Take a drink, take a sip, take a swig, and be out.